I've worked with numbers and numbers of people that are in a terrible situation. I think it's not their fault. A couple out in the Rockwood School District trying desperately to refinance their house because they couldn't afford their credit cards and their house. He lost his business because there was road construction being done and they shut down his road, so his blimpy business just died and he lost everything that he put into it. So, you know, then he went to work. He's got 2 jobs. His wife has 2 jobs. They've been in the same house for 20 years, and they had no choice but to file bankruptcy. They were contacted by a company saying that they would lose, that they could, for $2,000, they could lower their interest rate by 4%. They're actually right now at 12.5%. And it's really difficult on them to maintain any kind of decent family life with the kind of financial pressure they have. So they were forced into the bankruptcy, as far as I'm concerned. The shame and the guilt that comes out when people have to do that. These are good people. There's situations in all these people's lives. A man from General Motors got cut from his work. He wasn't expecting that. He'd been there for 23 years. He thought he had seniority. He doesn't have seniority anymore. There's no such thing. He gets cut from his work. Now he can't afford his house. And he could afford it and has paid on it for 8 years. But now he can't afford it because he's only making like $15,000, $16,000. That's the only job he could find. And there's something wrong about that. There's something wrong about us not being able to help all of these people in some way. You know, there's all this self-righteousness going around about they shouldn't have bought a house too big for them or they shouldn't be spending that money. Well, some of them, their credit cards got up. Most of them, through no fault of their own, lost their jobs or job cuts, and that's happening everywhere around Missouri, especially in St. Louis with Ford closing, Chrysler laying off people, General Motors is thinking about closing. I mean, you can't blame people for that. Those are life things. And I think it's a bigger issue. I think this mortgage thing is being used to camouflage a much bigger issue in our economy. And, you know, it's affecting the people now, though. So it's bigger. It's a bigger thing. And I just think there's got to be better ways to help these people.